Hi guys, this is Breaker, and I am back with another replay that I took from Reddit's Cast It section. That is r/cast it, no spaces. And I went ahead and decided to take a TVT. Spawning as our red Terran in the lower right hand corner. His name is Legion. And I think I actually encountered someone by the name of Tvik before, like with that clan tag in their name. In the upper left hand corner, spawning as our Terran in the blue trunks, his name is Wush. Aeolus. Aeolus? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Aeolus. From now on, I'll just call him Aeolus. And the map we are on today is Akilon Wastes, with players going for a rather standard-ish opener. It's just going to come down to basically positioning of where they put everything. I'm a little curious to see how this game pans out. A lot less players are actually favoring bio play versus mech, simply due to the fact that, well, I don't want to say Hellbats are overpowered, it's just that, simply speaking, nobody's really found a way to counter Hellbats. I think perhaps we could see, maybe Banshees get integrated into the play, 2 at most, with a bio composition, if you will. But at the same time, I don't know if that's valid or not. I don't play Terran. Now, Legion is moving up here. He's going to scout his opponent, while he himself is going for a gas first opening just before his barracks gets thrown down. Now, we do have a Legion kind of throwing up his SCV here. And just doing a patrol around here, making sure he has a thorough read on his opponent. He's thinking that thus far it could be a 1-Rax Expo. Perhaps. I mean, that's basically the dead set indicator, but this far into the game, just now getting a gas, that could be a little dangerous for Aeolus. Meanwhile, the barracks is just about to finish up for Legion. And I'm thinking perhaps, just perhaps, the timing is a little bit less than perfect. Factory going down behind this, so we can see that it's not going to be a Reaper opening. And presently speaking, now a second supply depot going down. Marine peppering away at that patrolling SCV. Aeolus does not want him to see seeing what he's going to do next. Reaper, well, there's no Reaper in production to speak of. Okay. So this has me wondering, why on earth is Aeolus taking gas now? Hasn't made a reactor. He's throwing down a command center. Okay. Well, meanwhile, we're gonna have a few Marines here standing guard, trying to figure out what's up. And now we have this factory in construction. So it looks like both players are kind of going for similar playstyles, perhaps 1-1-1. We do have a defensive Widow Mine on its way from Legion, though. And a second gas going down for Legion. And oh, at this stage, I want to say that this signals that we're gonna be seeing mech coming from Legion, almost definitively, without a doubt in my mind. But I will say that this is basically a platinum versus platinum level play, and anything is possible. For those of you who like my channel, just go ahead and subscribe to it. I will be casting the World Cyber Games in China in English. I will also be casting the Neo TV Star League, which is again another grandiose, amazingly large Chinese event. But I don't know if I will be there in person or not. So basically that's how that cookie crumbles. Alright, Widow Mine coming back here in defensive position for Legion. Now we have a lot of Marines here for Aeolus. It looks like for now he's going to go with a 1-1-1 opener. Kind of, I don't know, something about this just says to me it's a little bit sloppy. But nobody's perfect, so, Let's just wait and see how this unfolds for both players. Meanwhile, we have the natural command center in construction for Legion right now. And we have yet to see Aeolus land his. He's going to get a huge economic lead here. So the question is, the main aim of the 1-1-1 opener is basically to, inflict damage on your opponent, but here we go. This is basically the signal to mech for me. The armory is now going down when we have just 2 base, and Hellions are being cranked out as well. Once that armory is done, we may see Hellbats being directly cranked out of the factory. Legion's just going to use his barracks to scout, basically. That's pretty much from here on out no longer a useful unit for him. Maybe when he's landed his natural, he's going to go ahead and tack on a 3rd barracks, or it's going to be a 3rd factory, and that's what I meant to say. There it is. It's going to have a reactor on it. It's going to make the possibility of a Thor come into play. And now we have Aeolus going with a 2nd barracks, and perhaps it looks like a 3rd. This is signaling a bio follow-up. So right now I'm inclined just a little bit to say that perhaps we will see Legion winning this, but Widow Mines in the main. Sloppy reflexes result. Sloppy reflexes and 4GG manner basically result in Aeolus losing his medevac. That was his own Widow Mines that killed the way out for his Marines. Scan going down now on top of those Widow Mines, and the Marines are going to try and come in here and do some damage to the Hellions. Not quite going to work. 6 workers killed altogether. And I want to say that this is actually going to put our blue Terran ahead economically, without a doubt. Just look at it. It's 35 workers, 35 SCVs to 22. But I want to say that the composition we're going to see from Legion will be much, much, much more standard. I wouldn't say standard, rather, but maybe the word criterion is more accurate, simply due to the fact that bio units don't fare too well versus Hellbats. Of course, they themselves are also bio. Not entirely mech, but they can be healed by medevacs. That's the crazy thing about them. Alright, so here we go. It looks like we're going to see another drop from Aeolus. If it's one thing that's going to save him from the mid-game, it'll be his early game aggression. Tank shots going down on top of his Marines. Looks like he managed to take down a few of those. Oh, man. That was actually kind of crazy. He did land a bunch of Marines on top of that tank, but he did virtually no damage to it. My setup for casting is basically I only show health bars if units are damaged, as you can see here. Let's see if... Did he actually get any kills there? Let's go back there and check. He didn't, but if the tank in the natural actually did kill the SCVs, it wouldn't show up. So it's a huge possibility that he did lose some workers there. Now... Oh boy. Do we actually have stim? No, we don't have stim this far into the game. Aeolus, you know, again, just a bit of a sloppy opener. Some slight mistakes. If he, you know, behind all of this, he should have actually had a tech lab already, and he should have started researching stim. We can see that he's building up a huge gas bank, and he may not be able to realize that for what we see right now, which is mostly Marine Widowmine, one does not need that much gas income. Perhaps maybe just 2, 3 gases, 3 gases at max on 2 base. Simply because Widow Mines only cost 25 gas and 75 minerals. I don't play Terran, and I think I can tell you that. I've seen a lot of pro players do this, a lot of Diamond League players, a lot of lower-end Masters League players do this on the ladder. Alright, now that we have the Hellions moving out, just trying to check and make sure there's no third from Aeolus, but Aeolus is already ahead thoroughly in supply. I want to say that I could possibly retract my statement from earlier about Legion, and I will, but the problem is, right now this is all going to come down to this engagement. We could actually see our blue Terran in a position to win this in the near future, it just depends. Let's see. Yeah, that Widow Mine spread is beautiful, and now we have the scan going down. All those unsieged tanks, all of those Hellions! Oh my god, and he's gonna try and, it looks like, do a split drop. If he lands all of his Marines on top of this, then it could actually be devastating for Legion. Like, the splash damage, the damage he does to his own composition, I think, would be more than worth it. He doesn't realize that nothing here shoots up. Come on! Oh boy, now we're just waiting for both players to, I guess, try and figure out how to engage each other, but for now this is turning into a contain for Aeolus, where he's going to get economically ahead. Legion, I don't quite know where to place him. Alright, so here we go. Aeolus, he's got a couple of full medevacs. All those tanks are unsieged, and it looks like they're going to try and move into this, move into this. Scan's going down, and he just now sees all of the Widow Mines. So this is actually going to prevent him from moving out. This is my first time actually viewing a unit composition as unique as this one, and by unique, I mean simply... I mean an engagement like this before. I've never actually seen Marine Widow Mine versus, you know, mech. Straight up mech. And it looks like we're going to have Aeolus going for a Doom Drop while simultaneously preventing his opponent from moving out. If he does a lot of economic damage here, then, you know, just landing all these Marines in here will do damage for him. Look at the Widow Mines. They're already gone. The Thor coming into the mix as well. Those medevacs pick up, lift off, and then get killed. We're going to see, essentially, Legion, or not Legion, but Aeolus in a position where he can't win. But we're not going to see any 4GG moves today, ladies and gentlemen. No. Or are we? That was actually a good deal of economic damage incurred right now. 12 workers killed altogether, and it seems that our Terran, you know, he's trying to take a third. Our red Terran is trying to take a third, but he can't find a way to kill these rocks and keep his opponent from getting in. We did see that these rocks were getting attacked earlier, but then again, that's a completely different thing. Legions is trying to diversify his unit composition a little bit more. Worker count is certainly not in favor of him at this stage. It was a few minutes ago. Somehow that just sounded like music. I just had to say that a minute ago. Doom Drop going down now at the third, and we're going to see this slowly moving mech composition trying to kind of catch on to that. Now the Marines are all going to move onto, it looks like, the command center, more so than that Thor. But these tanks are all sieged up, and I'm thinking this is a bad engagement for Blue Terran. It really is. Oh my god. I was going to say, well, the main is now under siege again, exploiting the mobility of Bio versus mech. This is one advantage where this is one situation where they do prevail slowly but surely. And now we have to see Legion essentially pull an SCV to repair one or both of those command centers. He's actually pulling down a mule right now. Not man or mules. Don't make that mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, it looks like the natural... Well, the third expo for Legion was actually kind of burning for a while. He's pulling SCVs to deal with that problem right now. And it's been taken care of. Meanwhile, third going down for Aeolus behind this. And what Aeolus has to realize is that there's only so much time that he can be bought with Bio. There really is. But check this out. There's a bunch of Widow Mines right here. Once this main goes dry, and once we see Aeolus, well... no. There's no way that orbital command could land right there. Defensive Widow Mines, burrowing in a forward position. I like this move a lot. I think 2, 3, 4 of them could probably take down a single tank. Or a line of tanks, really. It just depends on how the engagement goes. SCVs, boom. Not pretty at all. Scan going down on top of this, and it looks like our orbital command will not be able to land. Legion is essentially now moving out into what could be a death trap. Oh, these Widow Mines! They do burrow. Oh, but this is... Ooh, oh! But only the front few units really take any colossal damage. Marauders now integrated into the mix. They are not the best units versus Hellbats, but it's okay. These Widow Mines, it looks like might be able to take care of it. Oh, man. But then, I'm sorry, I just saw a slight mistake from Aeolus. He was, picking up his Widow Mines when there was no scan. And it looks like for Legion, we're going to see this third relocate over here for his purposes. I don't know, this is actually quite the advantage that we have coming from Aeolus, actually. I mean, he knows where his opponent's going to take a third. He could actually land a... What's the word I'm looking for? He could land a dropship over here full of Marines to basically do whatever damage to his opponent he may please. This is a scan coming from Aeolus on Legion. We do now have a Raven here. Just freshly joined. And now we're going to see tanks basically leapfrogging forward a little bit. Hellbats coming out plentifully. And it looks like we have, again, another Doom Drop going down for Legion. It's going to be over here at the third, and then perhaps it'll pick up and move into the natural. But, you know, this is, again, the danger of mech versus bio, and this is not going to work. I mean, if Legion loses everything here except for perhaps this barracks that's floating out over here, theoretically, I think we would see... It's possible both players could take it into a draw. But then again, I want to say that the unit composition as well as the supply presently is more than favoring Legion. Not the supply, not the army supply, but definitely the unit composition. It's going to slowly plummet for Aeolus. Just look at this. The numbers going down for Aeolus. Marauders, not the tool in the shed to deal with Hellbats. And now we have the Thor trying to take care of this. Meanwhile, there is a Doom Drop going down at the Natural. Natural Expo has been basically lost now, and it looks like Aeolus, this is going to come down to reflexes and who can basically eat who first alive. There's a third here again. And a third here. But I want to just highlight for a moment the limited amount of income as well as the limited amount of damage that can be done to air units. Oh, but Aeolus left the game. It was his perception of defeat that caused him to lose. Alright, so, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been BreAKer. I guess I will see you guys next time.